Me I forget me I amped up. Yeah, I forget that amped up lighter.
We back in here. It's your girl Antonia. What's good? What's good?
We bike.
We got RJ in the building.
World famous RJ, you already know.
Hey, we got Rel in here.
Yo, what it is?
What's good? If we want you to know too, make sure y'all come get our lighters.
Straight.
Hey, amped up live lighters. All that good. You know what I'm saying? We rocking the amped up live shirts. Show me your shirt. Show me your shirt. You know what I'm saying?
On the bottom right
Hey, we amped up with amped up cups. Find our merch on our website. Gang.
My shirt's still at the dry cleaners.
Yeah, you be alright. So it looks like
Just gotta shrink a little.
yeah, yeah, that little belly shirts. I mean, I'm saying lighters. But yeah, so it looks like Cash Doll and Cardi B is, friends coming together. Whatever. Mm-hmm. But I guess there's beef with Cash Doll and Nicki. Stemmed up from the barbs. It looks like so people are stemming up. Causing drama, saying that Cash Doll unfollowed Nicki the moment she became friends with Cardi B, and Cash Doll's like on her live saying no, she didn't. I didn't unfollow her. This happened 2 weeks ago. So she went on her live and she was saying how I guess Nicki went she slid in Cash Doll's DM and was talking about how. She said something that was drama. A rumor that was stemmed up from her fans, her barbs. And Cash Doll unfollowed her because she was like, you're delusional. And that's it. She unfollowed her from 2 weeks ago.
Fans. That was 2 weeks ago I unfollowed her. Me and Cardi wasn't sitting up talking about no other female. We talking about bringing females together. As soon as y'all get a glimpse of it, I followed Nicki because of Cardi. There ain't nobody. Look, I'm a grown woman with grown ass bills. I got a family to make sure straight. I'm holding my city down. I ain't thinking about beefing with no bitch. The hell? And I don't give a fuck about none of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all stupid. Why I unfollowed Nicki? I unfollowed Nicki 2 weeks ago because when y'all was dragging me for whatever the fuck y'all was dragging me for, and I told y'all to leave my name out y'all mouth, she came in my DM talking crazy. And I unfollowed her and told her she was delusional, just like y'all motherfuckers. If you want to be technical, that's exactly. Leave me alone. I don't want to be beefing with nobody. Right. Shit. Fucking retarded. Leave me alone. Y'all motherfuckers don't like me anyway. So what y'all acting out? Like y'all disappointed. Y'all motherfuckers. Who gonna beat my ass? Nobody. Bitch. Tired of y'all.
But it looks like, yeah. But let's go back to the history of what's going on too. I guess there was also drama with Cardi B and Cash Doll from 2017. Detroit gave Cardi B the award for the Spirit of Detroit award, and she's not from Detroit.
She's from Bronx.
She does nothing for Detroit. So, Cash Doll's from Detroit. So she's like, why didn't I get that award? And yeah, also another thing, YG wanted a track or presented that, what's that track called? She Bad. He wanted Cash Doll. He presented it to her and to Dreezy. Then he presented it to Cardi B, and of course Cardi B was more sold to it, and that's gonna give her more exposure. So she was like, "Damn, that's another smack in my face." But I guess Cash Doll isn't really about the drama, but Cardi, she's always about pulling up on people. I guess one day there was during the time Cardi was pregnant, tried to pull up on Cash Doll. So everybody's like, "What the?" But they're past that now because Cash Doll is dating Partisan, and Partisan is one of the writers for Cardi B.
Right.
So, which leads to that event where they saw Cardi and Cash Doll at Partisan's party. So yeah, it's definitely looked like Cash Doll was upset. She was on Unlock Hollywood or Hollywood Unlocked, and she said that Cardi B tried to pull up on her when she was pregnant and so forth.
I don't have no problem with her. Congratulations to her. I'm happy for her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can feel your energy. I mean, you walking in the room.
I don't have no problem with her.
Yeah.
I don't want people to say I have a problem with her. I'm not mad at nobody. What God got for me is for me. What he has for her is for her. I'm not jealous of nobody. I'm happy.
You know, but they made amends. They're past that. And, you know, she just went to go on about how she blames how, you know, Nicki fans basically is like corrupting Nicki's mind and, you know, causing issues. And she's like, you know, I love Nicki, but I just don't fuck with her fans. Like, they're just on some next shit.
So what's the real issue here? Like,
She has not.
What's the real rooted issue going on right now?
No one knows. People are really trying to find out. But whatever it is, Nicki reached out because, you know, she's definitely known to just be upfront and be like, what's up? She's like, okay. The only thing she told us, or, you know, people on her live, was that she told Nicki that she was delusional and she unfollowed her. That was that. But it looks like in 2016 now, Barb's hacked, what's her name? Cash Doll's Instagram. And they was like saying, you know, I'll give you $5,000. If you give me $5,000, I'll give you your password back. But she got it back. But she was explaining that in another interview.
Wasn't your Instagram hacked at one point?
They fucking hacked my Instagram. You think that? You know what? It was one of Nicki Minaj fans. It was one of Nicki Minaj. Let me tell you, because they so stupid. They was under my new page I made. It was like, now this got to start all over, right? And, you know, they are the Barbs. The Barbs is crazy. And they, like, comment back and forth to each other. So when I got my page back, one of them commented like, how did she get it back? You let her get this page back? She's like, no, I don't know how the fuck she got it back. And then they DM me and was like, if you want this page back, I need $5,000.
Yo, that's so real.
People go that deep for Nicki?
That deep.
You guys don't make no bread off of it. Find something to do.
For real. They love Nicki, though. And if you think
good.
about it, like, I don't know. I think that was around the era where everybody was like,
Super Nicki.
And I don't think you've ever really had a fan base that was ever like that strong. Well, I mean, you probably had like
Back in the day, probably for like a Lil Kim. You talking about as far as female artists go?
Yeah, as far as females, I think
Lil
she has
Kim
a.
and Foxy had a nice run.
Yeah, they did.
But what they was going through then and now is kind of
I get you now because now there's the whole social media. Attached, so there's like a whole analytics behind it, and people are really.
The only thing you could do back then was just hunt them down. You know what radio station,
like
where they doing concerts at.
Call up.
Now is more the extreme.
I just gotta say, I'm really happy like to see in the past probably year and a half, 2 years, how much women in the hip hop culture have escalated and become more of a prominent feature.
Facts.
One thing I can say is like, and I felt that that's been more so on the rise of Cardi.
Right.
Cardi, you know, she doesn't. You know, she'll talk a little aggressive on the latest on the records, but I always feel like she's welcoming towards other female artists. Nicki's my point was always like, you know, Nicki's dope, of course. We're not gonna deny her of that. But everything was all you bitches is my sons.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Cardi would clap at anybody as well too. She from the Bronx, so they don't play that. But like, it just felt a little bit more welcoming. So it's like anytime I really hear Nicki Minaj's voice in something, I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel kind of biased. I'm like, it's probably Nicki who started it. But I do like the fact that I just hope that they all get along because it's like, it is a male-driven industry. And so, like, I feel like they work better as a united front versus being divided.
Yeah.
In just my personal opinion.
Especially they don't have a whole lot of female rappers.
Exactly.
So Nicki really should have been the one to embrace everybody that's coming. You know what I'm saying? And let me guide you.
But how can she do that when she feels like they're probably trying to take her spot?
But the thing is, there's room for everything. If you think about it, do you hear about R&B singers beefing? They go on tour together.
That's true.
So why should it be the same thing about rap?
Well, then again, I do believe that it's really the fans that be like hyping her up, like, "Oh, did you see this?" Oh, da, da, da. And that's what she got to understand. Like, look,
that's for real.
Be direct. Don't listen to these people.
Yeah.
Even I'm sure there's a lot of artists out there that go through that. They don't want to. You'll hear rumors, but you don't want to act on it.
And sometimes the message, when you write something to somebody, it may the other person who's receiving it may take that as a threat. So I like to call. If I hear something about me,
facts.
Yo, how do I get his number? You call him. Let's set it up so we can just talk.
Right.
I don't like to text, because then if I text you something, like, oh,
it gets
so this how you feel?
Yeah,
because you don't hear the tone behind it. You can't tell if it's gonna be perceived in like a negative or positive connotation. So certain aspects like that, it just definitely, it's just sad. I really wish for them all to just come together at the end of the day, because that'd be a lot. I would love to see that. You know,
imagine all of them like on a world tour.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's so much more powerful than a whole, because there's not a lot of them. We could probably name off like 5 hip hop women artists that are really doing it. And if you got 3 of the 5 not really fucking with each other, then you know what I'm saying, that just leaves space for somebody else to come and take the whole thing, because you're not a united front. Strength in numbers, everybody.
Facts. Well, you hear it first. Real nice, world famous RJ.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for the next segment. Later. Put your lighters up.
Oh, bomba clot.
Put your lighters up.
This is my fire.
More fire. Multiply fighters.
Get your merce. Is this still recorded?
Yeah.
Can we say that Amped Up got everything you need, son? We pulled up. There's lighters. We got cups for the sip. We got shirts. There's a DJ booth. There's a studio in the bill. You know what I'm saying? Everything's lit around here. Professional microphones. Come on now. Get it up.